What's going on, everybody? My name is G-Setter Brennan, and man, has it been so long since I've done one of these Q&A things. I did some for like 3 weeks a long while ago, and then I kind of just fell off from it. I'm not really sure why, but man, I am excited to kind of get back into these. If you guys saw the pass-through that I've done here, and here, you'll know that I was in my brother's room, actually, the room down the corner. But since I got my new setup in, I got my camera here, I got my wall behind me, I got my actual like camera up in here. This is a microphone, not a camera. I got a new setup location that I'm doing these in, so there's no real difference of doing the Q&As in here, other than the fact that I can do this. That was pretty fun. Stern Cliff asks, would you rather not be able to tell the difference between a muffin and a baby, or change gender every time you sneeze? I mean, That was a South Park reference for those that didn't understand. I think I would probably choose a sneezing gender. I think I would, yeah, probably gender. Would you rather blow up whatever you want on impact or be able to turn things into gold? Well, I think for the sake of my neighbor's roof, I'd probably want the gold. Have you seen The Force Awakens yet? No, I haven't, and I've probably already had it spoil it for me about 50 times over again, so I'm just happy that I'm not a Star Wars fan. By the way, Han, no, I'm kidding. Have you ever thought of selling any merch? P.S. I love your vids. I actually am gonna be having merch available for sale probably before Christmas, or actually guaranteed before Christmas, so there's my little shameless plug of the day. Buy it! When it comes out, obviously. If you were a girl for a day, what would you do first? Okay, what would you allow me to do if I was a girl for a day?
I would just not talk to you.
You wouldn't talk to me if I was a girl?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
I think I would just ignore you the whole day and act like it didn't happen.
Why? But I would be a girl, though.
I would ignore the fact that it happened. I mean, would you still record if you were a girl?
I would still record if I was a girl. Like, if I was a woman, I'd record this video right now.
Yeah, I would ignore you.
You'd ignore me. Okay, well, if I was a girl for a day, I would probably want to hide in a dumpster so my girlfriend didn't dump me. Would you sacrifice your parents to save 100,000 people? Well, to be fair, my parents, if they want to, could probably make 100,000 people, so probably me. Probably just me. If you could fly 1 inch off the ground or have the superpower of eating ice, which would you pick? Okay, I didn't really know that eating ice is actually a superpower because I can't eat ice. Something about like ice eating just annoys the absolute hell out of me. I'm not really annoyed at like people who do it, but I cannot stand the sound of it. So I would probably want to pick the 1 inch off the ground for the sake that people would look at me and be like, how are you walking 1 foot off the ground? That'd be pretty cool. Will you be shaving soon? Not that I dislike the beard, just curious. You're beautiful either way. You actually take a look. I actually did shave my mustache before I recorded this just because I wasn't sure whether or not I really liked having a stash, but I think I'm digging the whole like clean up here and filthy down here. That's just kind of like, didn't really dig the stash all that much, but, and this isn't focusing on me, I don't know why. Do you like my bear? Looks more handsome than I ever will, so there's that. If you didn't make videos, what job would you have? I'm not really sure what I would be doing outside of YouTube, like if I wasn't doing YouTube, because I've been doing this job like before I ended off high school, so I haven't gone to college yet, and I never really thought like too much ahead in what I wanted to do because this was here, you know? I had always thought that I wanted to do something like with my voice, like radio producer, like sportscaster, weatherman, I don't know, something along those lines, but I'm not really sure. I would have to give that more of a time of thought if I ever like saw myself doing something else, which I probably will be, so probably like a broadcaster, something along those lines, you know, like, hello and welcome back to the morning news on KCAL 709. When you didn't have many subscribers, why didn't you just quit / what was your motivation? See, I think one of my favorite things about being in this room when I'm doing these Q&As, whenever I have like a really serious question or something, I can always just do this. And then there you go, serious talk. Now there's 2 main reasons why I never really quit YouTube when I was at a younger position. The first reason being that when I just enjoy YouTube, you know what I mean? I never really look at sub and view counts as something that expresses my love for it. Because when I started on YouTube, I had like, you know, a couple hundred subs and I was getting like maybe 50, 100 views a video or whatever. And I never really like looked at other bigger YouTube channels and compared and been like, ah man, all these people are getting more views than me because I just liked what I was doing. I didn't care how many people or how many views I had. The second reason why I didn't really quit just because of my sub count was because when you're growing in your sub number, your mind also grows to the idea of that. Like when I was at 30,000 subs, you know, I was stuck on the number for a very long time a while ago. I never really looked ahead and was like, oh man, I should have like 100,000 subs or 200,000 subs subs. This is really demotivating. I just kind of always looked at it and was like, wow, I have 300k subs, or 30k subs rather. I was like, wow, that's a really large number. Even when I had like 2,000 subs, I looked at it like, damn, that's a really large number, because I never let myself get ahead of me. As long as when you're doing YouTube, you never really look at, you know, what you think you might be getting, or just, you know, thinking of like a larger sub number, you should for the most part be fine. Because, you know, back when I had like 1,000 subscribers, I thought that was one of the craziest things in the world, and I was right to think so, because that's still a lot of people watching your videos every day. So I don't know, I just never really got ahead of myself in YouTube, really, and that's why I'm here now. Are you excited for Christmas? I'm actually very stoked for Christmas, because it's probably... You excited as well? Yeah? Okay. I swear, like, I'm gonna miss having my girlfriend here when I do more Q&A videos. It would not be the same without her. Yes, I am very excited for Christmas, mainly because this is probably gonna be like my last Christmas here in my family's house before I move out, which is gonna be nice because I'm finally able to get like my family a really nice gift, or, you know, a couple nice gifts that I really haven't been able to do that in the past. So it's gonna be awesome just being able to give back to them, considering all the gifts that they gave me when I was a child. I don't know, it's just a really warm feeling knowing that I'm gonna get some awesome stuff from my parents, because they deserve it, you know? So I'm very excited for Christmas. Even though we don't have snow here in California, I still think it's gonna be a pretty awesome holiday. Would you rather have infinite money or at Princess Sleep? Hey, Kara? No. If I break up with you, can I buy you back for $1 million? Okay, sweet, I'll take the money. Would you rather have the power to see into the future when you sleep, or have the power to heal yourself? I would think this is a pretty easy question for everyone, I would hope, because I don't want to see into my future. I think that would ruin, like, a large aspect of life is not being able to know what comes next. And I think that's one of the best things about life. You think about it like this too. If you knew when you were gonna like die, and you could see into the future with that, but you could heal yourself, you would actually alter the future. So, Illuminati. Arc Banterbury Ezra 24RCT1 Pizza Hut. What's the best pizza you've ever visited? Hashtag pizza, hashtag banter, haha, banter, haha, banter. Make out with an apple. This was the closest thing that I could find to an apple that we have in our house, so, Okay, we're done. What is the funniest thing you've done recently? Yeah, that would be about it. Favorite fruit? Fondest childhood memory. I would say, and this is a really weird one, but this is probably one of my favorite things back when I was younger. I don't think I've told anyone this, so one of the things that my mom and I used to do before I would go, this was when I was like, I think 5 or younger, maybe even, before I used to go to bed, my mom and I would actually, like, I would lay in bed, and my mom would sit on the chair, like, you know, opposite side of my bed, and we'd kind of like be facing each other, and all we would do is like throw socks at each other for like 5-10 minutes, and then toward the end of it we would try like throwing the socks on top of the fan blades and trying to see how many we could get to actually sit on there. And that would happen like at least 5 times a week for a pretty long while. We did that, so I'd say that's one of my fondest childhood memories. I honestly miss that, man. That was a lot of fun. How did you come up with a slime skin? I can't recall I've answered this one in a Q&A before, but I haven't done a Q&A so long I probably might have and just completely forgotten. But the reason why I'm a slime skin dressed in like a suit is because back a few years ago when I played on this server that like Mitch, Jerome, Zach, and Matt used to play on, and a few other people, we all had like this sort of thing where we were all like characters in business suits. Like Mitch was Business Pooh. He had like a Winnie the Pooh skin. He had like a little business suit on. Jerome was Business Baka. You know, he was a Baka. He had a suit on. And we had a lot of other people like that. And really the only ones that weren't taken that were like a mob in a suit was either a slime in a suit or a sheepskin in a suit. And I actually thought for a while, I'm like, I could go with the sheepskin, and I would be a sheep in a suit for the rest of my life, or I could choose a slime. And back then I didn't actually know that it was a pretty common skin, because even back then like teen skins weren't all that common. So that's the reason why I chose the Pete skin, or the like slime in a suit rather. It was just kind of like fitting with my friends, and yeah, I just kept it from there, because honestly the slime skin is one of the most adorable skins that I've ever seen. So yeah. Would you ever do the ghost ghost chili challenge. Admittedly, I am not one that tolerates spicy foods well at all, so probably I still will, even though it would probably almost send me to the hospital, I think. I don't even think that ghost chilies are actually one of the hottest ones. I think it's like the Carolina Reaper. I lost my knowledge on it, that how, like, compared to the habaneros or whatever, how hot a ghost chili pepper really is. Although I think it's one of the hotter ones from what I remember. But I'd probably wind up getting pressured into doing it, even though that's the challenge that I wish I could stay away from the most. I've actually got a new challenge video coming out before Christmas or on Christmas that has to do with like a Christmas style challenge thing that's gonna have a lot of suffering in it already. So I guess being so just excited for that, I guess. Would you rather remember everything you've forgotten or copy and paste in real life? I think one of the reasons why I would want copy and paste in real life, because number one, that would be sick as hell, and number two, I think more than half the things that I've chosen to forget in my life are things that I kind of want to stay forgotten, you know? Like, I really don't want to remember a lot of things in my life that I've chosen to forget. I think I'd probably wind up leaving YouTube for a good year and a half, just sitting in the corner of my bed, just pondering why I did half the things that I've done in life. So, probably copy and paste. I think that'd be pretty sick. Can you imagine, like, if I had copy and paste in real life? Dude, that'd be so sick. I could freaking rent, like, an instant moving company, you know? Like, copy someone's complete house, like their interior and everything, and then just fly over to the new house and just paste it all in immediately. Dude, I'd be a freaking millionaire. Yeah, come on, let's get on that. I'm so down. Radio, so I think it's gonna go ahead and do it for this week's Q&A, and I think I'm gonna be doing these pretty much every week from now on. It's a lot easier to record these Q&As now that I have, like, my computer in front of me. I've got my microphone, I've got my desk that's already got my stuff set up, because if you guys saw before, I was doing them, like, in the other room with my phone or whatever, and it was such a hassle, like, having to screenshot all the pictures and, like, send the Dropbox or whatever, and just do all this mad stuff that, like, wasn't really necessary. But now that I've finally got it set up at my desk that I can actually use and be proud of, I think I'm gonna be doing Q&As in here a lot more often, and I really shouldn't have an excuse for missing out on any weeks. Christmas is coming around, huh? Yeah, we're gonna have, like, a Christmas style Q&A. That's gonna be awesome. So yeah, I'll catch you guys back next week for a Christmas themed Q&A, and yeah, I'll catch you guys all back next time. Ciao!